All right, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm here, and we are gathered here today for another high stakes fantasy football draft from the one spot. I will be honest, I haven't gotten my 102 all draft season yet. Jahmyr Gibbs. I already have two Ja'Marr Chase teams. I have plenty of Ja'Marr Chase. I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs here, fellas. I am. I wanted to get in here earlier to see how you guys felt about a Jahmyr Gibbs pick at 101, but look, we have drafted almost 15 teams now, and I am yet to get Jahmyr Gibbs. I am not going to go into this draft season with less Jahmyr Gibbs than I'd like to. So we are going to take Jahmyr Gibbs there. I have Ja'Marr Chase ranked ahead of Jahmyr Gibbs in my own rankings, but again, at a certain point, I have two Ja'Marr Chase teams. I pulled the 101 twice already. We're only going to have so many bullets. And we've been talking up Ja'Marr Chase all draft season. We have been gassing him up the entire time. So I think it just has to happen. And we know, too, I think this is the place to do it as well. We know this RT Sports Room is going to be very running back heavy. Now, let's do some housekeeping. If you have a draft coming up, the rankings that I'm using right now, you can find on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart, my top 200 cheat sheet with tiers, targets, fades, target rounds for every player, all that good stuff you can find on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart in the comment section and in the live chat. On the side here, I'm actually going to pull up my rankings so that I can use them while I'm drafting here. They are what I use in all of these drafts myself. Now, of course, this is an RT Sports draft. I'll put up the format here in a second. I think I have it ready to go. Yeah, $300 managed PPR, two running backs, two wide receiver, and a flex. And then, all right, let's pull up my rankings here on the side, and then I will get into the comments, chats, all that good stuff. How are we doing on this fine Friday? Let me get the AC going here for a second. It's a little toasty down here in the basement, I'm not going to lie. But all right. Let's pull up my own cheat sheet, and then I will pull up the RT Sports ADP. But here we are. Here we are. How's everybody doing, man? How are we? We get some ADP. Get some rankings. All right, I think we're good to go. I think so. So, off the board, we went Jahmyr Gibbs. If anybody's looking at us and being like, what the hell are you doing, Jahmyr Gibbs 101? He's my 102. End of the day, 101 versus 102. Who really cares? And my Ja'Marr Chase exposure, I already have two Ja'Marr Chases. I have Ja'Marr Chase at this point on 15.4% of my teams. I also just we have a main event draft scheduled for one of these in the coming days to weeks, and I pulled the 101 there. So we're going to take Ja'Marr Chase again. I'm going to have three Ja'Marr Chase teams across all my managed leagues. Let me get a Jahmyr Gibbs. I cannot get we've been talking about Jahmyr Gibbs so much. I cannot be. I want to have three Jahmyr Gibbs teams if I'm being honest with you guys. So I don't know. I keep on getting weird. I keep on getting like 101 or 112, and I like just give me 102, 103, so I can just take Jahmyr Gibbs normally. But fine, whatever. We'll force it here. It's not a big deal. But Jahmyr Gibbs goes. Ja'Marr Chase after that. I'm sure he was pretty thrilled to get Chase at 102. Bijan goes. Saquon's off the board. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey. Ashton Genty goes, Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Jacobs at the 111, fellas. My goodness. All right. Let your nuts hang, brother. All right, so we got a super chat in here. I appreciate it. Full PPR, traded Rashee Rice, JCM, and Jawan Jennings for Zay and Brees. I hate when you guys do this to me. I need to know how many wide receivers and tight ends and flex spots you got in your lineup. I also hate that you already made the trade, so now the only thing I can do is either shit on it or say it's good. I I don't know. That seems fine. I'm not crazy about it, to be honest. Format is above my head. What's up? We got Reed in here in the war room tonight. Hell yeah, hell yeah. We got Chris Diaz in here. We got Angel in here. What's going on? Riley. Any changes to the rankings tonight? I don't think so. I don't think there's really anything to adjust for, right? When will I have week 1 stuff on the Patreon? Sometime next week. I'll put out like a schedule of like what to expect when, sort of idea, when we get there. 2K26 dropped today. How is it, man? Usually that, I don't know. 2K has kind of sucked recently. How's your CMC exposure? No. I want that. That's my 2 biggest guys right now. Is I want more Gibbs and I want more McCaffrey. But I keep getting very weird draft slots. I keep getting. I'm yet like the middle. I either get literally 6. I don't know. But those are probably my 2 biggest like targets moving forward. Is I only have X amount of bullets left in the chamber for drafts. I want more Gibbs and I want more McCaffrey up top. That's where I'm at. Picking an RB before round 4, he missed the old run. You said what? 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. I think it's like fine. Like it's not a terrible trade. What you condense down to Zay and Brees. I think that's fine. I'm just not crazy about Brees is really all it comes down to. But I think a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex consolidating like that is okay. I don't know. I would say it's like about even. I'm not crazy about it either way. Yeah, see, running backs go off. That's why I think if you're going to do the Gibbs over Chase 101 thing, I think in this room makes sense because running back is such a. It goes so early. Like Jacobs is off the board already. Derrick Henry's off the board. I don't think we were going to like the running backs that got back to us. At least not more than 1. I would be kind of shocked. So there goes Bucky. Derrick Henry's off the board. Can we get lucky? Can we get something crazy to come to us? I don't know when my AC refuses to kick on. I got to kick it down to like 65 for it to start blowing. It's cold, man. Or it's hot. I mean, get going. All right. I'm jealous of everybody in front of me now is all I'll say. We got Josh in here. We got Ron in here. We got Sam in here. Tommy, all I do is win. What's going on? Texas or Ohio State? Good question. I kind of like Texas, man. Good luck this season. Good luck to you too, man. What's your thoughts on JSN? Not a huge fan of JSN. I just don't like the offensive environment. I think it's just going to be a run-heavy team. I don't really trust Sam Darnold. JT goes. One of these fucking days, man, I'm going to get a draft slot where I get the gift of, yeah, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua is fucking ridiculous, man. One of these days, man. Let me draft from right here. Let me do it, man. Like, we can never be in the prime position to catch a nice faller. Never. Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. and Nico is nasty until you see CeeDee Lamb, Puka, man. God. Kills me. Kills me. There goes Bowers. One of these days, man. You go Hampton. Huh. So our first pick is going to be Ladd McConkey, but then I don't know. Then we're looking at, honestly, we might just go elite quarterback. Like, we could go T. Higgins. I don't really want T. Higgins. We could go with a second running back here if we wanted to, but I don't love... you could kind of talk me into a second running back, but I think it's pretty early for... Like, I don't think I want to do the 301 Trevion or 301 Kenneth Walker thing, but we're going to certainly take Ladd. And then I think we're actually just going to take Josh Allen here, is kind of how I am thinking through this. Yeah, so we're going to actually take Josh Allen. I have Lamar and Allen back-to-back. I just kind of am trying to split them evenly. I already have Lamar on my... just thinking through, making sure I'm not making a mistake here. Yeah, let's go Josh. I have Lamar on my... I mean, that's like the spoiler I'll give, is I have Lamar on my BDGE Your Idiot League Mates team. So I don't know. I don't have a strong read on Allen versus Lamar, so I've just been kind of flipping back and forth on him. But, like, of course, like, we don't get the fun fallers. Like, we couldn't get Bowers to get to us or Puka or any of that. Whatever. It's fine. It's truly the luck of the draw. And I talked about it on Twitter. But I do get asked, like, Ron, you playing so many of these? Like, why do you do so many of these? And I definitely understand that. It's a lot. But my mindset is that I'm trying to do as many of these as I can handle so that a few of them I can get this CeeDee Lamb Puka Nacua start. Like, it sucks because I feel like I haven't gotten as lucky this year. But that really is what it comes down to with these big tournaments. Like the guy who won the main event last year, he got lucky with a Jamar Chase, Jahmyr Gibbs start. It's really about getting lucky, getting some crazy value to fall to you in the first 2 to 3 rounds, and then landing the plane optimally. And then that's your best shot at winning big money up top. So I don't know. We're about, I think this is about 3/4 of the way of like what my total volume is going to be. We probably have like one more RT Sports. I think I have one more RT Sports. I think I have 2 to 3 more NFC. And I have like 2 more FFPC. We probably have like 6 bullets left in the chamber right now. And like I said, dude, I keep pulling the 101, which I fucking hate. I don't know. Like I have a main event scheduled here. I'm not going to tell you when it is, what time, whatever. It'll just show up out of nowhere like it always does. But it's already filled and I already have the 101. So... I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'm probably just going to take Jamar Chase. You know, we have enough Bowers. We just did the Gibbs over Chase thing. I would feel less good about Gibbs over Chase in a $2,000 draft, but that's where my head is at. All right, so there goes James Cook. I'm doing a bit of rambling here. I'll catch up with the chat in a second. James Cook goes. JSN goes. T. Higgins off the board. Lamar and Josh Allen as well. How's everybody doing on this fine Friday night? Anybody got plans going on? We got football on. I thought about T, but I already have a bunch of T, and we're going to like the wide receiver value in this league. Would I have taken Bowers over Ladd? I would have taken Bowers and Ladd if Bowers got to me. I would have passed on Allen. No truth serum take. It's always tough. It's always tough. I love Pete. It's just like this time of year, I really don't have much time outside of my own videos. BDG's not milking the draft video. Dude, if they could post it right now, they would. Like, the earlier you post it, the more shelf life it has. Because as soon as week 1 kicks off, nobody gives a fuck about your draft party video. You know what I mean? So they're trying their best to get it out as quick as possible. The draft video would come out sometime this weekend. Okay, oh yeah. You're all in on CMC. You got a super chat? Mahomes, Amon-Ra, Reek, Genty. You guys kill me with these. What the hell am I looking at here? Thoughts? Need RB2? Should I trade Ollie for Zach Charbonnet? Probably not. Mahomes, 0.5. Like, I don't know what your starting lineup is right now. You guys kill me with these. Mahomes, Amon-Ra. Like, what am I looking at? Genty. Bill, Ollie Gordon. No, that seems like that's a fine hero RB build, man. I think that that's just a fine team. I don't think I would do anything. I don't think so. All right, Trey McBride goes. Kyron goes. God, that's the only thing I like RT Sports. This is a fun website to draft on, but God, get these clocks down. You get so sad when you realize August is almost over. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of a time and place, if you will, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try and make an effort to stream once a week during the season. I don't know what day yet. That's actually a good question for you guys. What's the most ideal day? I know Sunday morning. Everybody streams. We could do Sunday morning. I gotta be honest. I don't love the Sunday morning ones because I gotta get my own rankings out and then I gotta set my own damn lineups. Could do Thursday before the Thursday night game. Could do a waiver style stream on like Tuesday. I don't know yet. I'm so ass backwards when it comes to this stuff. I don't even have I don't have a idea of what I'm even going to do in terms of in-season content. Every year I struggle. How many managed leagues are you playing in? It'll be around, in terms of high stakes, it'll be around 20 in terms of total, right? If you look at like my home league, your idiot league mates, and then my Patreon league, it'll be around 24. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But I will say, of those 24, only like 2 of them can I actually make trades in. So it's a little bit easier. If I'm only doing waivers and setting lineups, it's not a huge deal, at least in my head. Gross question, but 10-team dynasty, would you rather have Juwan Johnson and Christian Kirk or Sanat and Pat Bryant? I win now. Probably Sanat, Pat Bryant side. Garrett Wilson off the board. This is actually kind of a more wide receiver. This is a less running back hungry room than I've seen. Or actually, it's pretty running back hungry now that I'm looking at it. But all right. Garrett Wilson goes. Where are you drafting a high stakes team on? You're running 5 miles in the morning and then you're going to jam mocks watching college football most of the day? Hell yeah, dude. Just graduated college? Hell yeah. Notorious? Yeah, it's hilarious. They're like, why is Nick milking it? It's like, dude, he wants that video to get out as soon as possible, I promise. So Dynasty, RJ Harvey and Burden versus Egbuka and Bill Krosky. Man, you guys asking me Dynasty questions right now? You're killing me, dude. My mind is not in Dynasty mode at all. I don't know, gun to my head, I prefer the Egbuka side, but it's tough. It's really close, I would say. Why are we passing on Jamar? Because I already have gotten a lot of 101s this year. I have plenty of Jamar, is what I'm trying to say. They're saying before Thursday night game. What do you mean get it together? What do you mean get it together? Yeah, you bring up a good point. I think high stakes waivers is Wednesday night. I'm trying to remember. Jacobs round 1, yeah, pretty wild. These draft rooms, like, people do not care about anything, man. People do not care about anything. Is Patreon, what the hell does that mean? OTP. One-time payment? It's a subscription, but you can pay for August and then cancel, like, immediately if you'd like to. No one's stopping you, if you will. Watching for a few years now, I noticed you make a lot more redraft content than Dynasty content lately. It's just that time of the year? Yeah. It's just that time of the year, man. Like, people get on me, like, they want the Dynasty rankings updated, they want Dynasty videos, and it's just like, I hate to say it because it's really just the honesty of the situation, but redraft is much more profitable and much more widespread for me personally. I put a lot of effort. It's kind of sad. I put a lot of effort into the Dynasty stuff in the offseason, but that audience and revenue source hasn't grown nearly enough to justify caring about it at all, really, from August to September is kind of what it comes down to. Like, we don't really even see that much growth on the Patreon during, like, draft season in, like, May and April. I don't know. I love it, but right now it's just so far out of my mind at this point. I'm trying to get as many eyeballs on our redraft stuff as possible. That's really priority number one right now. I do feel bad because I get that comment all the time. It's like, Ron, like, update the Dynasty rankings. I'm going to get another Dynasty video. It's like, probably not until... I'll probably update the Dynasty rankings in September, and then there won't be a video on RS Dynasty until probably October, November area. That is a good point. That Silva does have Gibbs 101, and it's something I've been trying to get a feel for as well, because I think that you made a good point here that when you're drafting at a high volume in best ball, you take Chase 101 because it's the only time you're going to have access to him. But if you're not drafting hundreds of teams, and honestly, if you only have one home league, if you do want to take Jahmyr Gibbs at 101, you absolutely can. Like, if you only have one league for the rest of your life, you really can take whoever you want in the first round, to be honest. That's, like, has a first round ADP. Damn, Harvey going there sucks. There goes Hubbard. Is this a James Conner team, fellas? You guys let me know. We can take James Conner at this turn here, but I'm not crazy about it. There's actually too many good players on the board to take James Conner, if I'm being honest. I go for the TJ Hawk look. I don't know what I'm going for right now, but I'm trying to grow it out a little bit. I'm not trying to, like, grow out hair to my shoulders or anything crazy, but I don't know. I find when you just, like, get fades all the time and stuff, like, I don't know, your hair just kind of obviously stays the same, but want a little more on top. Wow. Our queue is getting cleared out right now. The Josh Allen pick looks pretty stupid with Jalen Hurts getting to us here, I'll be honest. Yeah, taking Josh Allen, knowing that Jalen Hurts got back to us, blows pretty bad, I'll be honest. And it's why I probably should have chilled. Because now we're in a tough spot where I preach. I don't like going elite quarterback and tight end in a spot like this. Okay, so he takes Kittle. That's nice. George Kittle is literally looking at the Green Goblin mask right now. Or not George Kittle, James Conner. I think we're going to take James Conner, guys. I don't think you guys are going to like James Conner here. I think we are. I think that we take George Pickens for sure. I think we take George Pickens for sure, but then after George Pickens, we're looking at pretty much Xavier Worthy. It's Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, James Conner. I think we go James Conner. We're taking James Conner here. We are in this running back hungry format. I'm taking James Conner here. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know how you guys are going to like that, but I don't know. We find ourselves all the time, like, we're going to have some wide receivers we really like at the 6-7 turn. And then we're going to have to decide between, like, some pretty shitty options is what it comes down to. There he is, James Conner, on the board. What do you know? I don't even have that much James Conner. You guys troll with the James Conner stuff. I actually did an inventory of my high stakes teams today. Okay, so now we're actually, that's probably, we might have a little bit too much James Conner now that I'm looking at it. That's going to be our third James Conner team so far. That's our third James Conner team. I should have had this pulled up on the side. Yeah, no, if I could have that back, I'd take Xavier Worthy, I'll be honest. But I think at the 6-7 turn, we'll like the receivers there. Yeah, looking at how this board is going, I think I made a mistake, fellas. I'll just be straight up. This is a more wide receiver hungry room than we've seen before. Damn. Damn. All right. All right. Now we see what we can do. I think we're going to be all right, though. Time will tell. God, I'm so jealous of this Lampuka start. I don't think I do Lampuka. I go Walker over James Cook, but that's nitpicking. I don't go Hubbard here. I probably take Jalen Hurts or George Kittle. It's crazy to see Jalen Hurts still on the board. I don't know how this guy passes on him with A.J. Brown. Bad waiver spot, too? That's not... waiver is just fab in this. Not a fan of this team. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it either. I don't know. It's tough, dude. I long for a day where we get a CD Lampuka start like this, gift wrapped. Is what it is. For me, it was between Worthy and Connor here. So Rashee Rice goes. Jalen Hurts off the board. We have Emeka Egbuka off the board. DK Metcalf off the board. Jameson Williams off the board. Pacheco gone. Pollard gone. DJ Moore gone. Everyone's killing my team right now, huh? Yeah, the Hurts thing kind of sucks. I think the 2v2 is going. I don't know. I didn't like the running backs on the board here, though. I guess what? This could have been Jahmyr Gibbs, Ladd, T. Higgins, George Pickens, Jalen Hurts. I'm not sure. There goes an unstacked Burrow in round 5. Okay. We like that. I was hoping if Mike Evans came back, that would have been an easy Pickens, Mike Evans. For me, James Conner and Worthy are like very similar ranked players, but I think very clearly with how Worthy went round 5, Egbuka round 5 here, this is a sharp and wide receiver hungry room that I may have underestimated is kind of where my head's at right now. But if we don't take Connor there, then we punt off our RB2 in a way that you guys would be killing me for that as well. So I don't know. Not at the 301. I'm not crazy about Kyron or Cook at the 301, to be honest. So there goes Swift and Ridley off the board. I think it's fine as well. It's just not fun. Yeah, no value. That's what's annoying. It's again why we keep doing these. But I'm like the guy, digging for diamonds who gives up before the diamonds get there. I keep on. One of these days, I'll find myself exactly where go time is, and I will get the CD Lamb Puka Nakua start and be stoked about it, but until then. No, that's honestly where Henderson goes. Like 302, I don't know. I take him like mid-third, but you could have talked me into him at 301. There goes Aaron Jones. Let's see some more running backs, man. Tyrone Tracy, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Man, what the hell are you on about? Thoughts on hero/zero RB with dual tight end and elite quarterback, not best ball? I don't even know what you're really saying there. Devontae Smith and Travis Hunter. God. Good picks. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but no, I'm never drafting. I'm never drafting a tight end early with the idea that I'm going to flex him, unless if it's tight end premium. And even then, I don't like it. Yep. I don't know. I don't want to bitch about it, but one of those days, baby. Any BBMs tonight? We'll see when this finishes up. But I would say probably not. CD and Puka is insane, man. Ricky Pearsall off the board. Yeah, we'll say the running backs are wiped out. Like, there's nobody here at the 6-7 turn that I would even entertain at running back. Yeah. Flowers goes. Oh, my goodness. What are these next 3 picks going to be, man? Take David Montgomery, please. Take David Montgomery. Take Sam Laporta. Take Zach Charbonnet. Yeah, this is a sharp room. There goes Montgomery. Yeah, this is a sharp room. Sometimes you can tell right away, and it's funny because I actually said right away that I felt like this was a sharper room, and I still took running back there. But I also don't think it's that much of a mistake. Again, we're at the 6-7 turn, and there's no running backs I like. But we have definitely had success fully punting off RB2 before. We could have just leaned totally into a hero RB build. This is still hero RB-ish. I think we'll be okay, though. Oh! God damn. All right. Who are you going to draft, buddy? Because there's only 2 guys on the board that I want. And if they both go, I will be scrambling, is what I'll say. Oh. Fuck me, man. All right. Holy hell, dude. Oh my god. And Matthew Golden went as well? I might cry. Holy shit. All right. Wow. I think I'm looking at fucking Olave and Jerry Jeudy. All right. What do you guys think about Bill? Are we taking Bill over Jerry fucking Jeudy? Bill versus Jerry Jeudy? That's where I'm at? Oh my god. Holy shit. All right. I think we just have to go receiver. We're so weak. I can't do Bill here. I can't do Bill 701. Oh my god. All right, Judy, come on down. Fuck me, man. Holy shit. All right. Fuck this team. I wish I took Chase. I would like this team better if I took Chase. Holy shit, man. No, dude, the way tight end falls hard in these rooms, man, and we would have been so far behind that receiver if we did that. Man. So we take Chase here. Like, this sucks, because I wanted a Gibbs team, I wanted to have fun with the Gibbs team, and I hate this team. If I take Chase, I go Ladd, Allen, Pickens. I don't think I have a running. If I went Chase, this would just be like a hardcore 0 RB team you guys would hate anyways, too. This has just been a really rough room. I'm telling you, man, like, Debo would not have saved this team. Like, I just... Those are my 2 highest ranked receivers, fellas. So if your plan there was 2 wide receivers, it is what it is. I'm trying to think through, fellas. Let's say we take Jamar Chase here. How does this team look different? We go Chase, Ladd. We probably don't go Allen. Maybe we go Henderson or something. I don't know. It still would be like this really running back light 0 RB style team we wouldn't really love either. I don't know. This is a tough spot, tough room, man. I got stuffed in a I got stuffed in a locker. Every wide receiver I wanted went right before us. To me, this was a huge tier break. I wanted Odunze, Waddle, Flowers, Golden, Pearsall, Hunter, Smith. Huge tier break to Olave, Judy. There goes JSM. JSM was in consideration, or JCM, my bad. Bill was in consideration, but even I have him ranked high. That would have been pretty freaking high to take him there. Yeah, Allen's probably the miss, but at 301, there wasn't anything very... Like, who would you have taken over Allen at 301? What, it would have been a running back at 301? But I feel like the running backs at 301 sucked. Are we really taking Henderson? I like Henderson, but we're taking him at 301? I don't like Kyron. I like James Cook, but I don't like 301 James Cook. Yeah, now the RBs, man. It's just like, I don't know. This is a good room. I don't know. You guys are tilting me, so I'm just going to keep bitching. No, this doesn't save the team, Steez. JSN at fucking 301 does not save the team. I promise. T. Higgins could have maybe saved the team. I like T. JSN, I got ranked past all the running backs and stuff. Yeah, exactly. I think I've played this room okay. It's just like, fuck, man. It's a good room. Sharp. I'll give him that. We go to the boomer sites, right? We go to draft boards look like this to hopefully get easy rooms, and that was not the case today. That was just not the case in this one. God, that sucks. Oh my God. Fuck me, man. Both number 1 receivers. You know who's the number 1 receiver? Chris Olave and Jerry Jeudy, bud. That train of thought pisses me off so much. JSN's a better receiver because T. Higgins isn't the one on his own offense. Then you should love Olave and Jeudy. You should love Olave and Jeudy if that's your mindset. All right, Laporta goes. ETN goes. Travis Kelce off the board. Debo off the board. Bill, of course. We should have just taken fucking Bill. But actually, I don't think that was even the answer. I really don't. There's, for all the Baker heads in chat, there it is, man. 712 Baker. Unstacked. Let your nuts hang, man. All right. Just a good room. I'm going to stop bitching about things. I don't think that we really did. I don't think we really made any crazy bad mistakes. 701 Bill just felt so gross. Would I do JMO for Harvey again? You guys kill me. I'm begging for two things here. One, I need to know how many running backs, receivers, flex spots are in your starting lineup. I have to know that. Two, you've paid $10 for this. I got rankings where I have Jamison Williams ranked versus RJ Harvey and how I'm drafting right now over on the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I cannot stress enough. For this team, I would prefer JMO, yeah. But I also would love to know how many receivers and flex spots you got. Yeah, give me JMO. No, I wouldn't trade Evans for Zay to get a Lamar stack. I like stacking fellas, but only as a tiebreaker within tiers, and I have Evans a tier ahead of Zay. How many leagues are you managing this year? About 24. It's a lot, but it is what it is what I'll say. Yeah. But even then, there wasn't even somebody on the board of the 301 that was like a very clear, you know what I mean? What? So the 2v2s like Josh Allen and James Conner versus Jalen Hurts and Trevion Henderson. I guess that feels better. Yeah, that does feel better, but so there goes Dobbins off the board. Yeah, 101 does kind of suck. Yeah, the Patreon leagues are going to be exactly like this, and it's going to be really rough. I'm open to the idea that 701 Bill was the play there. I really am. There goes Bo Nix. Unstacked. Round 8. Interesting. Catching up on where everyone has ADP right now. Could have gone Bowers to fall to us, Hampton. Just got nothing in this fucking room, man. Sim to next season, bro. Just sim to next season. Team 2 is very nice. It's disheartening to see. People love Mixon. All right, so there goes Dak. You tell me where the values are in this draft, man. Would you have taken Hampton? Yeah, I would have. I would have taken Hampton over Allen. Yeah, even though they're both on the Chargers, I would have done it for sure. All right, now I got to decide what we're going to do with this turn here. Dak going kind of sucked, I'll be honest. I disagree. I think stacks matter and managed. If you're gonna make the bet on CeeDee Lamb at the 105 or whatever, he only finishes wide receiver 1 overall if Dak is healthy and playing well. It's just correlating your bets. People love to do the big brain of like, well, it doesn't matter that much. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you don't stack, but it's certainly a better tiebreaker. So this guy goes Jacoby Myers. So Jordan Mason went. Here goes Addison, good pick. All right, I don't know. He goes Javonte. Here's what we're going to do at this turn. I don't think you guys are going to like this. It's Tyler Warren for sure. Like, it's Tyler Warren without a shadow of a doubt. And then to be honest with you guys, I think it's probably Juwan Jennings here. I do. We're going to go Juwan Jennings. We are. I don't think you guys are going to love that pick, but if it wasn't Juwan Jennings, the running backs at 901 are pretty ugly here. Oh, Shakir was a good shout. But I don't know. I have Jennings pretty clearly ahead of Shakir. Damn, actually a good point there. That should have been Shakir, if I'm being honest. I kind of jumped the gun there. Shakir, good fucking shout. We'll see if he comes back. I don't know. We'll probably have a shot. Maybe we'll have a shot at Shakir. We'll have a shot at Shakir, Kincaid, or Keon Coleman at the next turn. It's really whatever. When will Juwan even play? I think he plays as early as week 1, man. I think it's a little overstated with Juwan Jennings. But yeah, good shout on that. If I could have that pick back, I'd take Shakir, but it's whatever. And there goes Keon Coleman. All right. Yeah, I wish I thought about the stack a little more, but it's whatever. Yeah, no, I like Juwan Jennings. I don't really agree with the idea that he's not good. It just comes down to like him being healthy, being a producer, whatever. Just with Josh Allen, it made more sense there. How low is Reed going? I'm not sure. You know, Coleman's gone. It's gonna be a Donkin Cade type ting. This is RT Sports. I think that they're one of the softer places to go. I will say this draft has been fucking brutal, though. This draft has not been too kind. I didn't pick Chase because I already have a lot of Chase. And this is my first Jahmyr Gibbs team of the offseason. Sadly, kind of blows, but God, that's a good Ollie Gordon pick. I thought maybe he would come back. Damn it. That's probably the only pick that I think was clearly. I think Khalil Shakir over Jennings made more sense with Allen, but It is what it is. Yeah, no, Tyler Warren is nice there. No, Team 5 is absolutely scary, dude. He got gifted a CeeDee Lamb Puka start. I don't know. This isn't how I would draft this team. I don't know what Warren really does for him. I'd probably go Debo over Warren, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the room is sharp. I don't know. I agree that this is I don't enjoy my team here, but you can go through the draft board and see who was available at every pick, and I don't think that there was really anything crazy out there. So Ollie Gordon's gone. Brian Robinson is gone. I'm pick number 1. Yeah, that's the funny part is that you can still have a really sharp room despite like Puka falling here and Josh Jacobs going 111. And if like 80% of the room knows what they're doing, it's going to be a tough day, especially at the turn like this. People are scared about People are scared about Stafford, I guess, with Puka. Oh my God, round 9, Brandon Aubrey. All right. Go on then. So 2 went. Brian Robinson went. Like Gordon. Keon Coleman goes. Jerome Ford. That seems like a pretty early Jerome Ford. I'm just catching up with checking things off here. Jerome Ford. Shakir. What else went? Evan Ingram I missed. There goes Braylon Allen off the board. Dak, Nix, Hawkinson. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. Oh, yeah, Joe Mixon. I'm really not drafting Joe Mixon like that. I'll be honest with you guys. I agree, man. I think as well, like you guys are saying, like just being at the 1-2 turn has just been bad in this room. I think there's other spots in this draft that have been really nice, but it's tough. I'm pick 10 or pick 1. My bad. CD Nico and Brian Thomas Jr. Homely. Good lord, man. There goes Godwin. Guy at the 111 is, I don't know what he's doing. Jacobs, Achane, Garrett Wilson, McLaurin, Joe Burrow unstacked, Aaron Jones, Laporta, Mixon, and Godwin. How big of an advantage is someone like Aubrey? I'm not sure. We have a guy, Henry Muto, who is a really good high-stakes player that is in this chat all the time. He swears by Aubrey, but not this high. He swears by Aubrey in, like, round 15. I have, like, 2 teams with Aubrey. He's a pretty good player to pick for fantasy, as funny as it is, since he's a kicker, but not this high. Not round 9. That's crazy. Preferred spot to pick from. Does this end in August, or will you be streaming? We'll be streaming probably through week 1. I don't know if we're gonna do Thursday before kickoff. We might, but we'll definitely go all the way through Wednesday. All right, there goes Judkins. I will be honest. I think today is our last like truly redraft video. Like it really is. It's really kind of over, fellas, in terms of the offseason. Like I think tomorrow we're gonna post a video and it'll be a I think it'll be like week 1 sort of prep, you know, like waivers, stuff like that. So that's where we're at, fellas. There goes Eckler. Wow, Jaden Reed. That guy just loves taking injured players. All right. I wouldn't trade Evans for Zay Flowers, no. How many BBMs? About 15. You only do football content? Yes, but Judkins is crazy, man. A lot of home league drafts this weekend. You're absolutely right there. I think Aubrey's going to be worse without Parsons. I think we're drawing too much from the Parsons stuff. I don't know how that affects Aubrey, but maybe I'm not thinking hard enough. Huh. Scatabo goes, nice. Javante's definitely gone in this room, right? Yeah. All right, I have a couple guys I like here. There goes Caleb. And Joku goes, good pick. Huh. A couple ideas. Najee goes. Oh my god, I thought we were going to get Josh Downs there. Fuck me, man. What did I do to deserve this? All right. There's only one pick here I feel good about, to be honest. You guys think we have to do we have to lock in Kincaid here? Because I'm looking. I don't know if he comes back. But Tucker Kraft still is out there. I think we're actually just going to take Tucker Kraft, if I'm being honest. So if we might just go naked Josh Allen, and all the guys in chat that hate when I stack are going to love this team. We're going to go Kraft and Sampson, I think, is where I lean here. We'll go Sampson. And I just have Tucker Kraft as my best player here. Like, I don't like any of the wide receivers. I don't know. We take Bird. There's like a chance that Burden can come back to us, man. Actually, maybe this is Jaden Higgins, to be honest with you guys. We're still pretty light at receiver. We're going to go Jaden Higgins. I know I was gassing up Tucker Kraft there, but for what it's worth, I have Luther Burden and Higgins back to back. I just have Luther Burden on over half of my high stakes teams at this point. So I don't know. Decided to break the tie. That gives us wide receiver through the flex +2 through round 10. I know we took Higgins in like the 11:01 is the 10:12 essentially. And when Ladger wide receiver 1, I want 6 through 10 rounds. But geez, man, this team fucking sucks. I'll give this team a C+ right now. If Josh Downs got to us, that would have been so fun. But just hate to see it, man. There goes Mooney off the board. I like that Samson pick, at least I'll say. It is funny, by week 8 we're gonna be pretty fucked at running back, but it is what it is. We'll try and scrounge something together up on waivers. Yeah, D- is fine if you want to give it D-. Yahoo grades the team an A. What's your super chat? You said, are you going to make a Superflex Dynasty rankings? I don't think I'll have them by Monday. But I'll see. I'll say most likely that update won't come until after week 1. It's tough. It's tough to keep the Dynasty rankings updated throughout the redraft season. No, I will not be taking Trey Benson. Yeah, it is. I'm not even going to defend this team. Like, I don't know. And I don't even think that we like did something stupid or made like a bad pick or anything. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Your dad said I'm a better drafter than Jerry Jones. Hell yeah. Have you taken Arian Smith? Maybe it's like an 18th round pick in best ball. Do these leagues have fab? Yeah, it's fab. Second in 3 leagues coming up. I keep mocking getting Gibbs, Bowers, Ladd. All leagues are half PPR redraft league. Should I vary it or full send? I'm on your Patreon. I'd probably switch it up. Also, just be ready to take whatever values fall. I wouldn't get married to any combo of players. But yeah, I'd probably switch it up. You don't want to draft the same team 3 times, Denver Broncos defense. This guy gets Aubrey and Broncos out the way early. Why not? I would be dropping Judkins to pick up Samson personally, yeah. No, I got nothing for auction drafts. It's just not a format that I really play much, or really at all. I know there's some creators out there that are like dedicated to auction. I wish I had one to shout out, to be honest, but Egbuka over Garrett Wilson is pretty out of pocket, but really not that crazy. It's not insanity to do so, is what I can say. That's all I'm at liberty to say. I'm trying to think of like, I don't know. I mean, I have them both in the 40s, so I think you absolutely could. It wouldn't feel nice, but for a Dynasty startup, I would just find ADP. I'll hook you up with ADP here. I like Dynasty Data Lab. You can go to their ADP section. and get a feel for kind of how drafts have been going. I personally like to build through quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, and figure out running back later when I'm ready to compete, personally. Honestly, no. The more things you start adding to rankings, the harder it is to keep them updated, and I think that strays from the idea. Like, right now, my rankings are so frictionless that I update them damn near every day, and I value that over, a billion columns of things that you're not going to look at. So Rashad White goes. Algiers off the board. Jared Goff. There goes Ayuk. Can we land the plane? I mean, we're going to try, man. We're going to try, brother. Yeah, you're right. Team 11 does go Ayuk, which is painfully on brand for him. Yo, what's up, Noah? When are you getting kicker? Not until the last round, if at all. Can we land the plane? That's what I'm trying to do. How do I balance calling my shot and taking your advice? In my rankings, I have tiers set up so that you can call your shot within each tier, but I would kind of stay within those guidelines, is what I would say. My dog is slumped on the couch right now. Damn, I was hoping Kraft would come all the way back, but I knew there was no way. Takes his second tight end after already having McBride. Hunter Henry off the board. Okay. All right, people are making quick picks. Benson off the board. All right, so Benson gone. Hunter Henry gone. I got a couple ideas here. Can I dunk? Not really, no. I can dunk like a tennis ball. That's the best I got for you right now, man. I wish. Keaton Mitchell. It's a strong pick. Is Najee Harris gone yet? Has Najee Harris gone off the board? I don't even really want Najee Harris. I just find it funny how far he falls in some of these rooms. Oh no, Najee is gone. I'm an idiot. Damn, fuck you. The 1 of 3 has gotten me a billion times today, man. God damn. So there goes Luther. 103's got a good looking team. Wow. I only got one guy I want, and then after that, it gets pretty rough. Adam Thielen goes. All right, so I think this is what we're going to do. We're taking Dalton Kincaid for sure. Taking Dalton Kincaid for sure. And then, like, you can talk me into, like, Will Shipley if you wanted to. It's just, like, a depth running back piece. But I'm also pretty into, like, Jalen Coker at this point in the draft, to be honest with you guys. You guys want Coker? I'd be kind of into Coker. I will be honest, I have a shit ton of Coker already, but... Coker's where my head is at. We need one. We still, I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of receivers here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go Coker. You can never have enough Coker. I don't know. We'll just sort of spam running backs after this, but I do love how in on Coker we are. Like, dude, fellas, I gotta be honest. I have a lot of Coker already. I already have Coker on 38.5% of my high stakes teams. I already have him on 5 of these teams. Now it's gonna be like 6. I already have a ton of Coker, yeah. And then, like I said, we'll just spam running backs the rest of the way and call it. Now, here's the thing, fellas. These final rounds always drag on. People take the entire clock. I already pretty much know I'm just going to spam running backs the rest of the way. Right? Like, what do you guys think? I think, like, Warren, Kincaid is fine. I think at this point we just take running backs behind Gibbs, Connor, and Sampson. So I am open to the idea of just, like, starting an underdog draft now and just making these picks in the background. Like, I don't know if you guys need to see, you know, round 14 as we decide between, like, fucking Rico Dowdle and Justice Hill. What do you guys think? Like, I'll just start a bunch of these guys. I'll just keep track of when we're on the clock. Because, like, I don't know. It's not like I'm going to miss any crazy values. Like, at this point, the draft is what it is. I'm already kind of over this fucking draft, dude. I hate this. This team sucks. This is... Usually I'll defend my team and be like, no, I think you guys are just being idiots about it. No, this team... And it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Sometimes rooms are just tough. I don't know. This team can break, right? Like, if Gibbs is the RB1, if Josh Allen's the QB1, if Pickens and Ladd are solid, and Connor... Like, this is a fine team. I just don't know how we win $1 million. Like, we would need things to really break right. But... Because I don't know. I don't think we need a third tight end. I don't need a backup behind Allen. I think we're pretty comfortable. Like, I don't think there's any wide receivers on the board I'm still, like, dying to pick. I guess I'll star, like, the usual suspects of, like... I don't know. I guess the fun guys right now are, what? Tesla... Keandre, or no, Lambert. I guess Horton's another that's like a fun guy right now. And then what? That's like kind of it, right? All right, this is what we'll do. I don't need you guys to see my underdog login, so... All right, here we go. Let's hop into a BBM. As always, you know, we'll switch this out. That was a high-stakes draft. We will definitely finish in the background, but if you have a draft coming up, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I have links in the description, comment section, live chat, all that good stuff. We will now be doing a underdog BBM, 13 bullets left. Here we go. Bang. All right. And now we just got to keep an eye on the other draft, but I'll pull it up in this other tab over here. Oh my God. What is going on with me and draft picks this year, dude? I know it's like, why are you bitching about the 101? But it's just like these turns are just like, they're killing me, man. Holy hell, dude. What is going on? All right. I'm going to pull this up on another monitor. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, Nez is in this one. Is Nez in the chat? You're in here at pick 2? Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, 12 will be fine. It's just annoying. This is not a Patreon link. This is a Best Ball Mania League on Underdog. What's up, Nez? Was this coincidental or did you time that up? What's going on? For not first, you're last. Cedric Tillman still on the board. Yeah, in our other draft, like I said, I think we're just going to spam running backs is what I'm looking at right now. All right, so we got Chase off the board, Lamb, Gibbs, Bijan, Saquon. Grind time for your boy. You have 30? Goodness, I got 12 after this. I think I'm making decent pace with 12. Did you trade JSN for Cook? Your RBs are Kyron and Montgomery, and your wide receivers are Jamar, JSN, Rice, and Rome. I'd probably stay put. I have both guys pretty close. So what's going on? What does everyone got going on, man? Turn me up. All right, Amon-Ra St. Brown goes. All right, give me Puka and Genti. Why not? That's a fun start. I get so much more Genti on an underdog than I do anywhere else. Because in these high stakes, he goes like 1-0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fellas, who are the fun running backs we like right now, like late? I'm looking at like Jarquez Hunter, Kendre Miller, I guess is one. I like Trevor Etienne. DJ Giddens is one. Corum, Taj Brooks, of course. Bashard Smith, Chris Rodriguez, Sean Tucker. I'll do Ty Johnson in a draft with Josh Allen. Right now, I'm just sort of queuing up players so I don't have to scramble when we get to the board, if you will. No, Ollie Gordon is way past gone over here. I don't think we're going to take a backup quarterback. With Allen, I don't think we have to. Yeah, with Allen, we're not taking a backup quarterback. We're just spamming running backs rest of the way. Because I don't know. You could talk me in to like the Kyle Williams. I guess like Dante Thornton's still hanging out there. Torrey Horton's still hanging out. But I don't know. Our only running backs on this team right now are Jahmyr Gibbs, James Conner, and Dylan Sampson. So I think it's just got to be, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks left. Probably mostly got to be running backs. You got Ollie Gordon around 16 of your draft? Hell yeah. Dameon Pierce, that's a good shout. Oh yeah, how's the college football on right now? I haven't tuned in. As you guys know, I don't know why, but when I'm streaming, I just like can't watch. It's a bit weird, but Key Mitchell's a good shot, but he's long gone. I'm learning Nez is kind of a boomer in these streets. I don't know if Nez is still hanging out in here. But compared to the usual Pete Overzet, Ship Chaser, Enjoyer, Nez is definitely more running back hungry than others, which I appreciate. I just took James Conner in a high stakes draft, so I'm not saying that from a point of contention. Pick 5? I gotta pick 5 of these guys for you to keep. You said Baylor Auburn's pretty good. How is what's his name? How's like I feel like the Auburn is Cam Coleman still there? And did they just get Eric Singleton as a transfer? That receiver room is kind of nuts at Auburn. Happy VR Keeper League, pick 5. So give me Achan, Bucky, Brian Thomas, Higgins, and Marv. Those would be my 5. Oh yeah, I will say too, I have a probably dumb to show right this second. Live daily, yeah. I drafted a college basketball team. Yeah, I'm doing shit, huh? This is my team. Not doing well. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Not doing well, but I drafted that late last night, and it's not looking good. Ness, how are we feeling about this college football team? Oh, this is tough. I decided to draft that last night, and we are sitting at the end here. I don't know. The college football ones are funny because I just draft players I know from the Devy pool, and that's obviously not how you play. It's like, oh, I know this guy has some NFL draft aspirations, but there's definitely guys out there that are much more, producers who will then be like a running back coach in 10 years. I only drafted Cabana because it sounds like a wrestler, Colt Cabana. That's a very deep cut there. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Anybody out there a Colt Cabana enjoyer? Show me Marv? Why not? Marv at this point. All right. What's going on here? We take Marv. And then we're going to take Pickens, actually. I don't know. I don't love that turn. That was kind of brutal. But I don't even like Marv, but at the 312 in this format, I'm fine just like grabbing a one-off Marv, and then I do want to try and get in more Pickens exposure. Trying to get hip to college football, but I know nothing at the moment. Dude, it's so, like, the DFS style stuff is so granular, it's insane. So CM Punk is not a Colt Cabana enjoyer? He used to be. What's up, EG3? What's up? Not rocking with Pickens with Tet and KW3 on the board. I mean, that's just player preference, I would say. Yeah, I could have taken a running back there. That's not a bad shout. All right, we're about to be up at the turn here. Why, what's good, EG3? Yeah, exactly. That's like I have plenty of Kenneth Walker and Henderson at this point. Just trying new stuff at the end here, to be honest. I don't have a ton of Marv. I'm not really even trying to get a lot of Marv, but if you let me get him at the 312, I'll be like, all right, fine. All right, so in this other league, we are going to take Torrey Horton. Just as a fun upside swing, and then we'll start hammering running backs here. We will go... I don't have any Taj Brooks, so we'll take him here. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to take... Are you guys team Corum or Hunter? What do we think? Corum or Hunter, man? Oh, Cowboys fan? Yeah, that's brutal. I've never once handcuffed Walker with Charbonnet. The people are split. Corum, we got Hunter, 2 Corums. There goes Egbuka, okay. Give me RJ Harvey. And then give me... Huh. Give me Rashi Rice at the 5-6 turn. I don't know. I feel good enough on my receivers there to go Rice, but I fully admit that he's maybe a bad pick in best ball, but Hunter, it's pretty split on Hunter versus Corum. Jarquez Hunter versus Blake Corum for the preferred Rams handcuff. And as you're hammering Rashi? All right, then I should as well. I don't know. I never know if it's like, oh, I'm being too cute with the 6 game suspension stuff, but it does make sense. Like in best ball, you should be able to, if you draft strong enough receivers, you should be able to cover up for it. I don't know why I can't speak right now, but you get what I'm saying. I love RJ Harvey, by the way. I don't know. He gets like left behind in the Walker Henderson area. I suppose I sort of see it, but I think you're right. At a certain point, there was a time where like his prices like wasn't budging at all, but you're right. Like this is it. Especially in BBM, like you're gonna have a pretty big leg up on the early Rice teams here. Need to start one wide receiver. I gotta be honest. I haven't even looked to week 1 yet. Said the way McVay stopped using Akers on a dime, I wouldn't lose sleep trying to figure out who the Rams' backup is. I think that's fair. Is Hunter over Tet crazy? It's not crazy. It's not crazy. I have them both in the same tier. I have Tet ahead, but I don't think it's crazy. EG3, you go to U of M? What the hell? When were you going to tell me that? Do people forget that people forget like how crazy like it is hilarious how like week 1 kickoffs kind of stay in your mind, like that Thursday night game when it kicks off. But like when McVay just like completely dusted, like after we were all drafting Akers in the top like 5 rounds of fantasy drafts, it comes out week 1. I think it was Rams versus Bills. I've talked about this game on here before, but it is just hilarious. Just be like, yeah, no, we're actually going to give 15 touches to Darrell Henderson. Egbuka over Hunter in redraft isn't crazy. In Dynasty, it's a little bit more crazy, but it's still not that crazy. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but I get so many of those questions. Is it crazy to do this? I will be honest with you guys, like, if you are only in one league, most decisions aren't crazy because you're going to have to live with that league. There's plenty of decisions like last year, everyone would have laughed at you if you took Brian Thomas Jr. over Isaiah Pacheco at like the 301, but it would have worked out 10x. Where things get crazy is when you do dumb stuff over dozens and dozens of drafts because then you're just compounding the effects. But if you got one bullet in the chamber, you kind of can just do whatever you please within the confines of your own desires. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, people would have laughed at you. Like, McCaffrey was the consensus 101 if you had instead taken a Jamar Chase who was holding out last year and was like the 109. If you took him at 101, you would have been laughed at, but then you would have been a genius. So the moral of the story is that nobody knows anything, and if you are a low volume player, you can kind of do whatever you want. Like, ADP is good, and I like ADP, but it really only... The benefits of abiding by ADP only benefits you over a large sample, I think, is how I would put it. Also, this guy's team is atrocious. I'll just be honest. Bijan Bucky goes Lamar, McLaurin, Flowers, Burrow, unstacked, 609, Laporta. I don't know, brother. For me, it's just a cleaner projection, right? Like, Tet at this point is the wide receiver 1 within his own offense. There is no playing both ways. What the hell? Oh. All right. All right. Sometimes you just forget that you're even on the clock and you're talking to chat and you got your other high stakes draft on the other monitor and you're just 11 p.m. on a Friday. Just, all right. We just get auto 2 tight ends there. All right. That's fine. All right. I'm sure you guys were saying to, yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here's the thing, fellas. Now we just land the plane. Now we just land the plane is really what it comes down to. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was talking to chat. I had my face thing covering this. God damn it. All right. Now we just land the plane, fellas. Now we just land the plane. Sharp as ever, fellas. August 29th, a month straight of posting and streaming nonstop. It takes a toll. Exactly. I think we can land this plane, but I'm just annoyed. These are 2 tight ends I like, but it's just not what I wanted to do there. Yeah, the question, I don't know. I don't even know what I was ranting about. Whatever. You're right. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. That is fine. We will take that in stride. I don't even know who I was going to pick, to be honest. I think I would have probably picked JCM. I probably would have picked JCM over Andrews, but all right, whatever. Whatever. We take that in stride. We don't tilt. We don't tilt. We take it in stride. That's really what it is here. We don't tilt. Just take it in stride, baby. That's really all it is. God, that's so stupid, man. All right. I don't know if you guys have caught on yet, but I'm kind of an idiot at times. Got a lot of things going on. Like, right now I'm making a pick in like the 17th round of this other draft. All right. God, what an idiot. All right, we're fine. We're fine. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was actually making great points talking about ADP doesn't matter if you're only drafting 1 or 2 teams, but exactly. Here's the thing. I have my rankings preloaded, so those are the guys I had ranked highest, but also those are my managed league rankings, and I probably wouldn't have taken Andrews otherwise, but yeah, I think I would have went JCM over Andrews, but whatever. Whatever. We land this plane. 10 out of 10 times we land this plane. All right. Let's see what comes back then. I think I have autopilot off. Oh my god, good call. What a smart man with the turn off autopilot. That would have been awful. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take ETN and Luther Burden. I can't stop taking Luther Burden. It is what it is. I don't even really like ETN. He keeps falling to me in places where I have a tough time passing on him. I don't know. No, I've literally lost it. You guys talked me to do another draft here. I've literally lost it. This is what 29 straight days of streaming. But whatever. It's all good. We're locked back in. We're going to land this plane, guys. We're going to land this plane. We're going to land this plane. 2 tight ends in round 7 and 8. They don't tell you this, but that's actually optimal from where I come from. Actually, funny enough, I don't hate it, guys. I don't hate it. I think we could get away with this. I think we can get away with this. I just got done with my slow drafts today, dude. Best feeling ever. I don't believe anything that comes out of Jerry's mouth at this point, man. Exactly. At least they have different buys. We can kind of figure this out here. Mr. August, heavy. What the hell is the saying? Heavy is the head that wears the crown or something. But yeah, I don't believe that Jerry's gonna like go out and like make moves now. I just don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. It would be hilarious if this is the team that won BBM. Let's get a week 17 schedule up on another monitor here. Why not? Exactly. I love it. What if Andrews is literally the tight end 1 overall this year? That's the thing. I think if anything, the rant I was on about ADP not mattering and like everything is, as long as you're not playing at volume, none of it matters. If you took Brian Thomas over Isaiah Pacheco, people would have laughed, but it would have been great. That's what we're doing here. Mark Andrews. You get auto-picked Mark Andrews, everyone laughs, whatever, but then you finish at the tight end 1 overall and you win $1 million. That was the Cosmos locking in and telling me that we needed to learn here. Scatabo goes, damn it. Give me Eckler. Actually, no, give me JJ. Ooh, Ooh, give me Ollie Gordon here for sure. For sure, give me Ollie Gordon there. Okay, we're starting to build this out. I don't know. Unstacked JJ is pretty ugly, but to me, it was the only thing that really made sense. Like at quarterback here. We're looking pretty rough at quarterback. Really, our only stacking options are the Colts guys, Stafford, Geno, Tua. You said Ollie, no data. My bad. No, Jerry has absolutely lost his marbles. Like the guy is a puppeteering act at this point. I love CeeDee Lamb regardless. Like I just don't think I have him wide receiver 2 as my 103. That's where I'm at with CeeDee Lamb. We got Nathan Weaver in here. What's going on? What's going on? How are we? I love to hear it, EG3. Big year ahead. Does Ayuk get back to form this year? Probably not. Now's the time we kick a kicker in defense. All right. No, we were talking about it yesterday. I really don't understand the. I don't think that Parsons really affects Josh Jacobs, in my opinion. Oof. Judkins over Sharp is tough. I get that, but I think it's Galaxy braining it a bit too much, man. They were already going to be a good team. Are you saying how is Ricky Pearsall not a top 40 pick? What's going on? I like Ricky Pearsall. I enjoy Ricky Pearsall. I draft him from time to time, but get out of here. Do you think that was too early for Tootin? Where do you go? No. 10th round Tootin's fine. No, I'm not going to draft 2 kickers in defense as EG3. Come on. All right, now it's time to lock in here. I know exactly what I want to do if the room's going to let me here. Let me do it, Seabull, please. Perfect. Give me Thornton and give me Geno. Bang. Bang. This is going to be a 3-6-7-2 build. 3-6-7-2. It's a good Jalen Coker pick. What's up, Mr. August? What's going on, Brandon? Cheers from Minnesota. Hell yeah. Should you drop Trey Benson for Ollie Gordon? I personally would. Underdog best balls are total points from weeks 1 through 14. And then the top 2 teams in every league advances to the playoffs. I'm not crazy about it, but like Burrow to Chase Brown is fine. You said maybe Pearsall is like discount Ladd. It's just like, dude, like Ladd was so good last year on a per out basis that Pearsall didn't touch. Now, don't get me wrong. Pearsall has it built in. He was shot. He has all the excuses in the world. But like the jump from nothing to where Ladd was last year on a per out basis, like it's a really steep climb. I've done it in the past and it just never really gets any views, and it's also just not worth airing out my accounting, if you will, for the public viewing. I already answered this. Yes, drop Trey Benson for Ollie Gordon. This is when I can't stand. People spam questions that I answer, and then I answer it, and then they still spam it. Yes. No, in best ball, you don't draft kickers. All right, you're getting banned, Joe. You're getting banned. Nope, you're getting banned. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Asked it 4 times in a row. I answered it after the first one. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll unban you eventually. You just have to get a timeout. You just have to get a little timeout, man. I'm sorry. I can't. That's the one thing I cannot stand, fellas. When you guys spam shit in the chat, like if I either am not answering it for a reason, or I already answered it and you didn't listen because you're typing the same thing over and over and over again. Truly one of the more annoying parts of this. He just asked me if he should drop Trey Benson for Ollie Gordon like 14 times. I answered him after the first time he asked. He spammed it like 4 more times. I don't know. It's not a big deal. I'm just annoyed. I just don't care. Just sit in timeout for a second, please, bud. All right, Stafford to Puka makes sense to me. Then this should be a running back. All right, give me Jerome Ford, I guess. Yeah. I'm fine with that. All right, I'm unbanning him now, but like, God, man. No, you don't. I don't. I think it was honestly over the top for me to even ban the guy, but just like also, I answered his question. I literally like said, "Okay, you already said this. I'm answering it now," and then he said it 2 more times. Like at that point, we're just being disrespectful. God, get this RT Sports team out of my damn sight. Nah, Simply Katan's joking. God, literally get this team out of my sight, man. All right, well, here's the final fantasy life team. I hate it, but Josh Allen, James Conner, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ladd McConkey, George Pickens, Tyler Warren, Chris Olave, Jerry Jeudy. The bench is Corum, Ty Johnson, Kendre Miller, Dylan Sampson, Sean Tucker, Jalen Coker, Jaden Higgins, Torrey Horton, Juwan Jennings, Dalton Kincaid. It's a whole lot of mid-pack, if I'm being honest with you guys. I'd give it a C+. I don't know. It's a fine team. I think that we may do with what the board gave us, what the room gave us, but I don't know. Sometimes you just get in a room where people know what they're doing. That's probably similar to how I'll feel about the Patreon league we do, but is what it is. Reed's worth a pickup. I still have Jaden Reed as somebody that I would draft in like the top 12 rounds. I feel like more as a bench stash between Braylon Allen and Sampson. Let me check my rankings real quick. Braylon Allen and Sampson. I have Braylon Allen 107, Dylan Sampson 109, man. I have him like back to back, but I prefer Braylon Allen by a hair. So let's see. Now we have a 3. So this just has to be a running back and receiver here that correlate in any sort of fashion. I assume there's no way that Thielen's out there, right? Yeah, no. All right. This is what we'll do. We'll do Jarquez Hunter, and we will do... Dontavion Wicks is kind of a good 18th round pick right now with the Jaden Reed injury. All right, so we go Jarquez Hunter as like kind of a correlation to Stafford. And then we go Dontavion Wicks as our 7th receiver. And there is our other final squad here. We go from the 12 spot. We get auto-drafted Mark Andrews. We still land the plane. We go Puka Nacua, Ashton Genty, Marvin Harrison, George Pickens, R.J. Harvey, Rashee Rice, Tyler Warren, Mark Andrews, Travis Etienne, Luther Bird, and J.J. McCarthy, Ollie Gordon, Dante Thornton, Geno Smith, Matthew Stafford, Jerome Ford, Jarquez Hunter, and Dontavion Wicks. That was on Underdog. As always, if you want to draft with us for the rest of the summer, we're pretty much running out here. But check out Underdog. Use promo code RON. And when you play $5, they will get you $50 in bonus funds on the site. I have that link in the description and the comment section down below. That is going to wrap it up for us tonight. Long stream. High-stakes team that I am upset about. We get auto-drafted Mark Andrews and Tyler Warren. This was a little bit of a shit show, but I do love y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to have a video tomorrow. We might just not have a video. If we do, it'll be something week 1 focused. We'll definitely have a stream tomorrow. Probably going to rip off a bunch of Underdog drafts later on in the day. But appreciate you guys for hanging out. As always, I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.